Bum 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 bum. I'm thinking of a new Factorio song. It goes a bit like this. Stream elements, go fuck yourself. That's a great way to start a VOD, isn't it? Good. Shit, where did my browser go? Wrong browser. This one over there. There we go. Good. Oh, bro, go home. At least here. Alright, first of all, stream elements, go fuck yourselves. Your company deserves to die, and you're not doing any good. And if anybody ever thinks to do business with stream elements, don't. Spend that time and energy on drugs and cocaine or something like that. Don't spend the time on the stream elements. Did Kick buy them? Nobody knows. Absolutely nobody knows. There was a rumor going around that Kick bought them. But they kind of had a post 2 months ago saying, like, there will be an update soon. We're not going bankrupt. And ever since then, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now, not that I really care, to be perfectly honest, because that company can go shit itself. And yes, I am kinda tilted. Especially am I pissed off about their ticket bot. They got like a ChatGPT based, or I think it's ChatGPT, whatever it is. An AI based chatbot that helps them with tickets. And it never gets anything correct. It reads the context, and it comes up with an answer that is not even remotely based upon that context. That thing can also go shit itself. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Also, it's bloody warm outside. Not saying he's wrong, but harsh. Harsh would be the punishment I'm gonna give them if they do have a booth at Gamescom. Because I will take a piss in the booth. And that's no mere nonsense threat. I pissed into a QT booth at Embedded World 2019? Oh, pum 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 pum. How drunk were you? 100% sober. I have an inherent hate for the framework that is called QT, because it's the worst. It's like the eclipse of embedded. But I also have to thank Stream Elements, because they were the reason I kind of started to look for alternatives to Stream Elements. And I found a very good one. I'm very happy with Not Management. They're doing a great job. I do hope I am doing them well, because I'm still not quite sure how well I am doing for them. Especially with, let's go over here, with our happy PCs, which is just 27. But I guess it's something, right? Maybe I'll get a report for them like next week or something, because it's about a month to be end. So, yes. Wonder what the punishment will be about urination is a 5 or a 10er? It's not about the money, mate. It's about sending the message. At this point, I don't care anymore. I'm willing to spend money to piss them off. Yeah, it's Thursday, not Friday. Wait, Spectre. Don't you have Fridays off? Did you go to work today? Alright. Destruction of property, contract breach, and indecent exposure. No. That's very decent exposure. I keeping him clean down there, you know? He even got a small ribbon. If you put a small suit on him, it's decent exposure. Good. Alright. But yeah, I might actually reach out to Griffline, talking to them about it, seeing if not anything can be done, just to piss off Stream Elements. Yeah, we're doing that. But I'll do that after the stream. It's not important right now. What's important right now is that we're going to be playing some fucking Factorio. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about me just pissing on everything. I sometimes do that, and it will happen again. Well, I did get money, but it's about the bonus reimbursement. That thing didn't get tracked. And also, I think the tracking in general just didn't work, but yeah. We'll see. Not that I really have any kind of good hope for Stream Elements, because that company is completely... It's completely kaput, in my opinion. Apparently, they did work through their ticket backlog, so they're now answering tickets a little bit more jiffy. Or either that, or people have just given up. I don't know. Who knows? Alright, welcome back to Factorio. Last time around, we worked over here on the red circuit build, and I did do a small change before the stream. I did add a beacon to the whole system, because a single speed beacon with a single speed module doesn't really affect quality too much, and it does speed up these machines tremendously. We can probably even see that over here. If we go to, like, circuits of the red kind, there we go. Let's just track these over here, and then over, like, the last hour, we can see that production over here has risen. Not even remotely. Production over here has risen. That production over here has risen. Wait a minute. This guy. I have no clue when I added it. I probably added it a couple minutes ago. Actually, this is where I moved the beacons around. And this, I think, is now our current production level. Maybe all merged will make it a little bit easier. It's kind of hard to tell. We owe you 10, but we better pay you 20 just because? Something like that. Who knows? Do they actually show up at Gamescom? Is there already a list of things that come to Gamescom? Because last time I checked, there wasn't really much in there. Program. Can I just get like a list for info exhibitors? There we go. All right, exhibitor search. No, they are not there, apparently. eStream, Slipstream, Streamplify, Haunted Streams, and Haunted Streamer are apparently there. Oh, this site doesn't fucking work at all. Yeah, they're not showing about it. I wouldn't even think they would be there. I thought Rare Quality 1 was just minus 5%, like Common Quality 1. Maybe. Actually, we could probably... It was probably more recommended that we use the Speed 2s instead of the Speed 3s. Because... you do get the same buck out of it. I don't really think it matters too much. If we look at these machines for the year, we're losing about 3.75% of the quality that's going in there. We're still sitting at a good 12.5%. But we do get like 50% in speed increase. So all in all, I think it will be better for us. Also, everything that we make, if we make too much of it, it goes into the recycler. And then we try to upcycle it like that. So I don't really think it matters too much. Definitely don't go for like the double speed module. That will probably just break it apart a little bit too much. That's also why we have a efficiency module in there. This is more or less just a placeholder, so I don't accidentally place a second speed module in there for whatever reason. And also, why not put an efficiency module in there? I mean, we have to use them for something, right? Good, good, good. I am kind of thinking about rebuilding the green circuit making machine in a similar fashion as we did the red circuit making machine, because all in all, the red circuit making machine over here is actually pretty darn awesome. I also did a bit of a sketch or an estimate. We got the red circuit machines over here. We got a total of 40 over there, and then another 20 over there. So we got a total of 60 machines over there making red circuits. And they're making an average of 4.27 red circuits per second, which means it gives us about something, 240, 280 red circuits per second coming out of this setup over there. At the same time, we have this setup over here. This setup over here is 160 electromagnetic machines running at a rate of 1.4. So that's something, 220 to 260 red circuits per second, but with the chance of making higher tier qualities more easily. In other words, this machine over there almost performs as well as that machine over there with all of the crazy beacons and everything around it as well. Only difference over here is that over here we're using epic machines, whereas over there we're using rare machines. But on the other side, we also have like the full set of beacons around it. So actually, I'm kind of surprised how well that works over there. Which is kind of good. We are also picking up some red circuits from over there. So yes, quality red circuits is working like a charm now. The only thing that is not working too well. Why are these actually not working? Because we're missing copper wire. Is that correct? Copper wire is being injected. I guess we can probably increase these copper wire limits a bit. Then again, I don't really think it's a copper wire limit. What we're seeing over here is definitely the issue that we are just not fast enough at putting stuff onto a belt. As we are more or less being limited over here by the stack inserters and the speed they can process it. Which means we should start doing one thing, and the sooner we start that, the better. We're going back to Gleba. We're going to Gleba, and we're gonna set up some quality stack inserters over there, because we are definitely gonna need them. Also, it's been a while since we've been at Gleba. We might do some optimizations over there. I kind of feel like Gleba today. Like after I had that shit interaction with Streamlabs, I want to do something fun. Let's go to Gleba. Good. Where are my rockets? My rockets over there. Will we rebuild Gleba? I don't really think I will be fully rebuilding Gleba today. But we will be spending some time on Gleba to make maybe a couple things better. And not labs, elements, that's the other part. They both have a... Did I better correct, dudes? Wait a minute. I said stream elements, right? Yes. They both have such a similar name that I constantly swap them around in my brain. And when I mean one, I say the other. How many bots do we have? On Nauvis, we got like 20,000 logistic bots, or up to 20,000. We're injecting more. I said labs. Streamlabs is actually trying to do good. They're actually trying to do good. I've got nothing bad to say about Streamlabs. I have everything bad to say about Stream Elements. And I think the only reason why I sometimes switch over to Streamlabs is just because you can say it shorter. Oh, good. Alright, Gleba. Yes, it's definitely a little bit time over here that we want to spend over there on Gleba. And maybe, if we do want to do some rebuilding over there, maybe just start with a big, better bioflux machine. Like a direct bioflux machine. Just so that we can replace these boys over there. 2 fewer syllables. Yeah, that's all it takes. Come on, bots. Pick my shit up already. Let's see. Which ship is available? We could technically go with the turbo brick once he's back. Why are you stuck here? Not quite sure how often anything popped in space over here, but drop that to Gleba. Oh. Oh! When did that happen? Alright, yeah, we'll fix that as well. Hey, you, travel to Turbobrick. Wait, where did those eggs go then? Shit! We dropped them somewhere. Just to the left? Okay, to the left might be good. Okay, you're already doing on-demand stuff. Drop to planet, drop to Gleba. Gleba. Do you mean this lander? Get him out, 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 get him out. Yeah, all the time over here to start thinking about rebuilding Gleba like a little bit, you know? Alright. Well, that's a good start. Are we making silos over here? We're not. Longius? Do you? No. I think you might actually have one on you. Nope, there we go. Well, I guess we're gonna park over there then. Buttersfurry Party. Don't you have, like... I was kind of hoping that you might have a cargo thingamajig in there. You do not. Okay, we need to craft one then. How do you make these again? It's steel, concrete. We have all of that, right? Go grab some concrete. I'll go grab some steel. Go grab some blue circuits. There's no blue circuits. Okay, okay. Why is there no blue circuits? Because there's no green circuits. Okay. Why is there no green circuits? Because there's no copper. Why is there no copper? Because you just don't have any calcite. Because calcite never got delivered over here, because for calcite to be delivered you need one of these. Alright, we got any processing units in storage? No. Do we have any cargo? No. Turbo Brick? Turbo Brick will not be the case. Butter's Furry Party, do you got some blue circuits on you? No? Okay. Longius is not there. Do you maybe have... We have some recyclers in here. Here, how about we start dropping these? They will drop somewhere. I'm pretty sure we don't even have recyclers. Are we not getting any recyclers over here? Wait a minute. What the hell? No, that's a weird way to start the day today already. Recyclers. Yeah, drop like 20 of these. Planet missing a landing pad? Yeah. It got munched. Alright, let's recycle some of these then. Here, have these. That's also fine. Have these. I need some blue circuits. How many do we need? We only need 10. All right. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. That's the amount that we need. Then we're going to need the assembly machine. You make this. Have that. Off you go. Alright, alright. Well, yeah, definitely time for us to go over here to Glabba to do some fixes over here. It's about prime time that we start doing that. That's all still in. Good. We did lose all the items from there. That kinda sucks. So what happened over here then? Because they should always be delivered over here. I mean, the building itself only has 1,000 hit points, so it does need to be protected as well as it can be. There we go. That'll do hopefully fine. Yeah, we'll rebuild that one a little bit later. Good. All right. Things we're going to do on Gleba. Well, first and foremost, we do want to start to make over here. Where are we even making the bulk inserters? The stack inserters, not the bulk inserters. Not over there. Over here somewhere? We're definitely making them because we have been employing them everywhere. I can control effort, I know. Let me ponder. There it is. We do have some quality with them. That's good to know. So, thank you, past me. We did at least some quality work. What armor is that? That's the mech suit. And a thing, if you don't know much about Space Age yet, I mean, you probably remember, like, the power armor, the Mark II. It has an equipment grid of 10 by 10. Notice the little blue star over there behind equipment grid size. Equipment grid size increases with quality. The mech suit has an equipment grid size of 10 by 12, so it's a little bit bigger. But since this one over here is a legendary one, we got a massive equipment grid in here. Oh, an absolute massive equipment grid. Alright. So we could start exporting Slongius from Gleba to Nauvis. There we go. Three of these. 300 of those. Of those. And last but not least, 300 of those. Good. We do need to wait a little bit for the calcite to come in. That one comes from the brickshit hauler. Brickshit hauler is coming over here with a shipment of calcite for us, so we can use that over there. Good. Then, if we do want to make a big quality build for bulk inserters, we do need to make sure that blue circuits are working well. I'm kind of thinking, because we can't really make jelly that easy with quality, I'm kind of thinking of just going with the brute force attempt, where we're just gonna be building as many bulk inserters or stack inserters as we can. And if we go over a certain limit, we just start crushing them as hard as we can. And the more we crush them, the more advanced parts we get out of them, the more advanced parts we can use over there to turn that into more advanced stack inserters. I think that is a very good idea, and that's how we're going to be doing that. Speaking of, that does mean one thing. Slongius, where are you? From Fulgora to Gleba. Let's start bringing in some quality modules. Like 300 of each. Pum, 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 pum. That didn't really work. Now it's gone. Pum, 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 pum. And then here over there, 300 of these. Import them from over there. Of these, import them from over there. And last but not least, you legendaries. 300 of these, import them from over there as well. Good. Then, if we're already doing stuff over here, we might as well also start ordering in better speed modules. There we go. You over there. The ship has a bit of a storage space capacity, only a bit. Pum pum pum. And legendary ones as well. Good. That is fine. How are we doing on Fulgora over there in terms of production modules? We are making production modules over here as well, just because we can. Not because we should, just because we can. We do have a decent amount of production modules sitting around over there. About 1,600 tier 3 normals and 570 uncommons. Maybe some rares. Do we even have rares? We don't even have rares over here. Alright, how's it looking on the Nauvis then in terms of production modules? We have 170 on epics, 605 rares, and then it's a little bit better in its distribution over there. Good. Moin from Lango! That's either in the Netherlands or in South Africa. I hope it's in the Netherlands, because I wouldn't want to go to South Africa. Good. But yeah, we can probably... Longe Schlongius. Import some prot modules from Nauvis to Gleba, which we are already doing. Good, add some more to it. We don't really need as many of these, so... It's the Ostfriesische Island on the... Okay. Is it next to Zuid? And are you partaking in the punk camp? For the people outside of Germany... Zuid is one of those little islands in the Northern Sea, where a whole bunch, where a whole bunch of very rich people live, and because German punks do what German punks do best, they're kind of pissed off about that, and they kind of started a wild camping ground over there, and it's pissing everybody off. Which is actually quite a bit of fun. Alright, blue circuits are being made again because they are going to be working over there. Excellent. Wow, these are still running in normal assembly machines. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of rebuilding we want to do over here. Not too much, just a little bit. Oh, that's the turrets over there, okay. We probably also just want to structuralize things over here like a little bit more. Let's start with the most important part. Just make a more dedicated build for Bioflux. Bioflux is made out of mash and jelly. And we basically need... It's sadly not really a 2-to-1 ratio. Good God, music, what the fuck? It's more a... What is this? A 1 to 2.5 ratio? Yeah, a 1 to 2.5 ratio. For every build of jelly, we need 2.5 builds of fruit. You make a walk on the beach? Ah, nice. Good day, mate. Hey there, maniac. How you doing? Do we have the production of... what are they called? Tree harvesters? Apparently we have some. Sitting in boxes. And I'm doing fine. I still need to prepare for tomorrow because there's a whole bunch of stuff we need to set up. Well, I still need to set up. But I'm fine for that. I'm good to go. Alright, how about we just start over here with you. Can we maybe also extend the Roboport network out a little bit more? Let's see. Also, why is the music still so horrendously unbalanced on Gleba? Like, why is it so fucking loud? You can hear how loud the music is? What do you think the settings are on? 15%. Let's put it to like maybe 6. There we go. Much better. Alright, this is the good landfill. This is the landfill you can place. You play with 5 to 8%, yeah. This is the landfill you can place on any of the dark purple areas, which means you can make some really, really nice farms with this, which is great. If we're already thinking about farms, we will probably also want to think a little bit more in how we can do that. We can use stack inserters for this. We don't need to fill out the belt entirely, but stack inserters are nice. Sure, why not? Are we ordering green belt? No, we're not even ordering green belt. Longish Longius. From Volcanus to... Actually, we are importing green belt. No, but that probably got destroyed. Ah. Order in a little bit more, please. Where are you right now? You're still at Fulgora. The next up will be Gleba. So you can drop all that stuff down once it's there. What are you currently waiting on, though? I guess you are waiting on research. Is research having an issue over there? Oh, research is having an issue. Fulgora, what's going on? Research that's being done over there. We are out of supercapacitors because we are out of superconductors because we are out of nothing. These should still be working. We no longer need this. We can turn this off. And keep working. There we go. That should fix that. Alright, but then we can at least plan with green belt. Pum 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 pum. How about we do this? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Let's go over there. At the same distance? Let's check. That is the same distance. Yeah, we do have to sacrifice a couple of fields over here, but with this at least we can keep these over here going. And then also very important, what do we have over here in terms of electric power poles? We got some uncommons and some rares. Alright, Longish Longius. It's probably time that we give Gleba a bit of a boost. Start importing from over there. How about 3 on the normal ones? We're already making normal ones over there, but we're gonna bring like a little bit of everything over there. What speed is green compared to red belts? Yep, about 60 per second. But have you heard about the magic thing that's called belt stacking? Because of belt stacking, you can stack up to 4 items on the same belt, which basically quadruples your belt speed. Bum 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 bum. And bring me like 100 of these. So that's 60 units per second belt can turn into a 240 units per second belt, which is absolutely great. I can show you in a second. We'll just finish off this real quick. Here we go. Best place to look at that for there is for on Fulgora, I guess, because we've got a whole bunch of mines over here. There we go. You can see how they're like stacked up to 4 times on top of each other over here. And how the belt is just like a bit higher than you would expect it to be. And how just absolutely massive this belt looks over there in terms of sheer size. Alternatively, we can go to Nauvis over there with the nuclear power plant is. Because these over here, we don't really need to stack them. But I do stack my nuclear fuel over here. Which does make it so that there's a whole bunch of stuff over there. Which is on different levels. Because why not have more nuclear stuff over there? Alright, and then we can maybe use a legendary pole. An epic pole will probably be enough, because you would technically be over there on this side. And then you would be over there, and you would be over there. Good. So you like this, and you like that. And then we only waste 3 squares, which I think is the absolute minimum or maximum we can do over there. So, sure. Alright, 1 full field over there. And then we basically need the same thing over there. All the way around. For the green stuff. Can we maybe build it so it's like meeting itself? I think that will work, right? That seems to be fine. How are you now off by 1? Excuse me? Alright, it's not entirely stackable. I made a mistake somewhere. I think the mistake is actually over here. Because your length should be this one. Yeah, there we go. Good, good, good. Pick up these, pick up those. And then most importantly, we're gonna have to pick up the better landfill, the overgrowth soil. We can place it everywhere. We can place it absolutely fucking everywhere. There we go. Except apparently for this little corner over there. What the hell? Well then, it should be fine. It doesn't need to be super duper perfect. Alright, then we can bring them both together over here in the middle. And then we can do some better bioflux processing over here. Now, for bioflux processing... I'm being blind again. Alright, there they are. Let's see, how can we do this the best way around? We do need like one over there that turns... the U macros into mash. And we need one over there that turns the jelly into nuts. The nuts into jelly. There we go. Seed input is missing. Oh yeah, you are correct about that. Wait a minute. Well, fuck. We can sacrifice one of these. And then alternate so that the belt will stay full. Same thing down over there. You just get one of these, so just be a half belt, and that should be fine. Alright, you over there, and let's place one more down over there. Let's place you over there real quick. There we go. You need like 5 mash and 4 jelly. You make 6 mash, you make 12 jelly. So this is a 1 to 3. And this over there is a 1 into... What are you? Well, you make 6, you need 5. So this is a 1 in 0.8 something. Doesn't matter. Blah, 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 blah. We could do this 1 to 1. Stuff doesn't go bad if you only put in the stuff that we need. That could work. And then make this 1 to 3. Yeah, let's do that. That's exactly a good idea. We do need 5 items per second over there. A red hand inserter will be fast enough for that. So nothing to worry about there. We could do something like this. That could work. With you there, and you there. And then you come in via longhand. Good. These machines, they do need food and stuff like that. That's going to be important as well. We also need to provide them with the materials they require. You only need like 2 fruits per second, so fast inserters will be fast enough. And we could think about doing something like this. Bump, 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 bump. But we just have like a belt over there with the fruit on it. And maybe on the other side, the nutrients. That could work. Half and half fruit nutrients. Yeah, why not? And we can do the same thing over here as well. Which leaves us with the machine over here in the middle. This guy over here is not getting any nutrients. But if we move the belt around a bit, and instead from over there, we go maybe with the other one. We do something more in terms of this. Then you can consume fruit nutrients from over there, fruit nutrients from over there, fruit nutrients from over there, and nutrients from over there. Good, 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 good. And then, most importantly, we need to output the bioflux. We don't really want to do anything in terms of quality yet. We might want to do something with beacons yet. Extra productivity helps a shit ton over here. But getting beacons in here is troublesome. Then again, if we already feed you over there with a long-end inserter, then we can definitely feed you over there with a long-end inserter. Which means we can just move this out by like 2. By like 2. Don't do this. Let's pick this belt up. We're gonna redo this belt in a second or two. And then we do the same thing over there. 1, 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3. We could even move you up. Oh! And suddenly we have a perfect shape! Look at that! Love that! That looks so much better suddenly. Because then we can definitely do like an input belt, say over there, over there, over there, and over there. And then we can also do an input belt over there, and over there. Which also makes it so that we now have a little bit more space in here for maybe a beacon or two. Wow, this kind of sucks, doesn't it? Where did we place the beacons for this thing? We can, of course, clamp it down together again a little bit. I would preferably have like 2 beacons going around. But let's see where things will go. And then we can like start pressing stuff together. So that's all the inputs done. That's all the inputs done over there. We're going to have an output over there, an output over there, and an output over there. For now, let's just use bulk inserters. Here we go. And we can use this as the output belt. We do want to make sure that... that's going to be horrendously biased. Actually, this might be a little bit better in terms of fineness. But that's all going to be like on one side of the belt. That's going to be on the same side of the belt. And then this is going to be on the bottom side of the belt. I don't really like that. That kind of sucks. Can we do it differently? I hate that. And the biggest problem we're going to have is that it's going to be unbalanced either way. Because the way the shape is, there's always going to be 2 at the bottom and always going to be 1 in the middle. So, let's see. Yeah, side loading might be an idea. Thinking about that as well. Like we could do. This might seem overly complicated, but that would work. So what's happening over here? You over there, half the output goes over there, half the output goes over there. That will be evenly matched onto the belt. Same for this guy, just mirrored. What's happening over here? A quarter will go into this belt, a quarter will go into this belt, another quarter will go to this belt, another quarter will go into this belt. Which means that half of this will be on the bottom side of the belt, and the other half will be on the top side of the belt. Oh, I fucking hate that. But it does indeed work. Alright. Fine. Go for it. Pump. We have not even thought about spoilage yet. That's going to be the other big factor we still need to figure out. Nope. But that would definitely do what we want it to do. Good. And then we just get like one big belt over here with our lovely, lovely bioflux. Why does it get louder when I zoom in over here? What the hell? Alright. Yeah, that could work. That could definitely work. Let me have a quick hydration break. Here we go. Good. Yeah, that'll work with beacons. I still want to fly this thing with beacons if possible. We would need to move you up by 2 to get access to you. Switch to the hard stuff today? Yep. Nah, I just didn't go to the supermarket today. I just didn't feel like it. I was like, nah. What do I still have in my cupboard? A bottle of Coke. Perfect. That'll do. I mean, we could do this with some inefficient beaconing. That's gonna be 2. That's gonna be 2. That's gonna be 2. That's gonna be 2. And then... kinda inefficient, but every machine over there will be affected by 2 beacons each. Good enough. Good enough. It also gives us this really, really weird little man shape. Okay, I kind of like it now. Does make it, I think, somewhat stackable from this side then. Oh, yes, it does. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Good. That's gonna mean that prot modules will make this thing go out of ratio whack, though. Yes, but I don't really think I care much about the ratio, since we care more about being efficient over here. You now make 6 per second, and you consume way less than that. You consume 4.8 per second. So we are a little bit over, but we can make it so that this machine will then... I mean, the more productivity we have, the more product we get for the power we put in. Though productivity modules and output do scale. I'm not quite sure if they scale exponentially, but what we're trying to do is we want to use the least amount of fruit possible. Let's put it like that. to get the most out of a bioflux. Over here, it doesn't really matter anymore how much we get out of that. Let's also give it some speed. Speed, 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 speed. So if we now look at you over there, you make about 6.38 bioflux, as do all of these over there. You do... wait a minute. Now the long head inserter is kind of sad. You can't keep up no more. Now we could of course upgrade the long head inserter to an uncommon, a rare, an epic, or a legendary. But the moment we upgrade these machines to a higher tier, we're gonna have the same issue. What we can do is box travel, because none of these over here are actually in any which way or form. Here we go. That will be way faster. Let's see over there. Only downside of this is, we now have the possibility that there will be spoilage in this chest. If we think about never ever putting any kind of fruit into the network, which I think we do. Do we have fruit in the network? What's it called again? It's called the nut. Yeah, we do have them in here. I was kind of thinking of maybe using a buffer chest over there, but not actively requesting stuff with it, but using it to purge items out of it. We could give it a try, because now we do need to set requests, and we do need to trash the unrequests of them. Yeah. We should also limit this chest as much as we can to a stack of 1. What happens if we disable the chest? If we disable the chest, it will definitely no longer request stuff, but it will probably also no longer trash stuff. But if we get to the conclusion that we never want to put fruit or nuts into the network, then I think we will be fine. Same for jelly and mash. So we might have a little bit of an non-interoperable interference. That's a better word. We might have some interference coming from what we currently have set up over there. Unless we turn this into its own little personal roboport system, where we just have like a couple of bots sitting in there that just pick up the spoilage from the chests that happen to accumulate in there, and then drop it into like a requested chest or something like that, where we then just put it on the belt or something like that, and we just send it out. That could work real well as well. Yeah, that could work. That could work. And then we don't need to worry about these things over here spoiling. And then we also do not need to worry about these things over here having any kind of speed issues, because these over here are doing like 12 items per hand swing. We're doing 2.4 swings per second, so that's going to be about 22 items per second, and we need at most 12, so that will be fine. Won't that just loop them? No. If this is, I mean, keep in mind, we're talking about spoilage over here. So we're going to be requesting in here a stack of these, and only a stack of these. If we don't use them fast enough, they start to spoil. The moment they start to spoil, they will then be not requested, and they can move into the trash slot, so we can put fresh stuff in there. Bots will then pick up the spoilage, and that spoilage can then be transported over to whatever. Pretty much whatever. And then we do something similar over there for you. Well, over there, we're going to do that with the mash. Good. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Good, 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 good. And now things can also grow. If we now increase the speed of the machines by putting in uncommons and rares, we can also put in like uncommon and rare inserters, and it should somewhat scale together. We might hit some kind of limitation later on. We have to be a little bit on the toes about that, but it should be fine. Did we copy the jelly chest? Yes, I did copy the jelly chest, but I copied over the mash in there. So it is fine. All of these are set up correctly. Yeah, that'll work. Which means that you just push spoilage into there. You also will then be starting to push the nuts in there. Can we reserve slots? No. I don't want to overproduce. I guess the nuts can go into their own little chests. If we're already using stuff like this, then you over there, you will only be mash. Mash and spoilage. Actually, if you're already doing that, well, it doesn't really matter then. Actually, you will only be mash. You will only be mash. Mash only. And you over there, you will only be jelly. Is there a way to delete the spoilage? The spoilage is very useful. You need it for a whole bunch of things. For example, you do need it to make your first little bit of nutrients, which you need to run these machines with. But you will probably swap over to the better recipe right after. You do need it. You can turn spoilage into carbon, which you can then turn into carbon fiber. You can also just burn spoilage for heat, which you can then turn into power. You also do need spoilage to turn it into sulfur. That's also a good usage of spoilage. And spoilage, all in all, is not too bad to have. You do want to have it around like a little bit. But yeah, it's not going to be moving into any kind of logistics system. It's going to be moving into a single chest in this sub-system over here. And from over there, it goes either straight onto a belt or straight up into a recycler or something like that. I'm not quite sure yet. That's something we're going to be figuring out a little bit later. All right, and then blue inserter, because why not, into active provider. This thing over there will be handling the seeds. Seeds and spoilage. I guess you get me there. Good. Different kind of seeds over here, of course. You are the Yumako seeds. There we go. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Alright. And then any kind of spoilage that's happening on this belt over there, that will just go out on the main belt, and then we handle it on the main belt. Unless we kind of want to... We can handle it elsewhere, right? Actually, we can. How about you only do Bioflux? And then we're just going to take ourselves one of these again. You only handle spoilage, because we already have chests available for that. Your spoilage goes to there. You're handled, you're handled, you're handled, you're handled, you're handled, you're handled, and you're handled as well. So that's where our spoilage can go to. Good, 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 good. Yeah, I like that. And then we have a nice little unit over here. Now, do we want to use stack inserters for these? Yeah, why not? There we go. Stack it all the way up there. Power. Substations? That does fit quite nicely. On top of that, lamps. Lamps. Because they are going to be stackable like this. So that's pretty good as well. Love that. So we did go with the buffer chest, yes, but we're also going to be making this its own little Roboport system. It will be its own system, so that we then can just use a couple of local bots over there to handle the spoilage whenever it happens. And then we don't need to worry about the global system. Alright. All in all, this looks pretty neat. I fucking love it. Actually, that's what's required. That will be fine. That will be fine. It should stack now, right? Yeah. That stacks perfectly. We do need to make some nutrients over here, and this over here will technically be a looping build, but I think I'll put the loop in at the end. Once we know where stuff will be. Alright, pick it all up. Pick all of this up. I guess it will be about over here. We want it to be between this guy and that guy. I guess 4 of these will be fine. And then put the spoilage on the belt? Maybe. Maybe put it on the belt. Maybe put it on something else. I don't know yet. Even though I did kind of say that we don't want to connect these networks. We're going to connect them for a bit. Just so that this can get built. And then we're going to figure out the network afterwards. Good. Random bleeps. That was a novice. We don't really care about that too much. Alright, fruits from over there. And then nuts from over there. Good. The only thing that's missing, of course, is now the feet of this machine. How hungry are they? They do eat about 3.58 megawatts of energy. Every piece of nutrient is 2 megajoules. So they eat about 2 nutrients per second. Only 4 of these? I think 4 of these will be fine. Keep in mind, this makes 18, 36, 72. That over there makes 72 bioflux per second compared to what we have over here, which is 32, 64. So this over here already makes way more than that over there. We could, of course, double it. Very true. Oh, why not double it? I mean, we got this magic flip button, don't we? And it also stacks this way. Even better. Longish. From novice to clever. Concrete. 10,000. We desire concrete, please. Let's check how much farm power do we now need. We need about 10, 20, 40 nuts per second. Alright. This thing will be working as fast as it can. The question is, it will be able to harvest the entire field. Every tree generates 50 nuts per harvest. And then if we go for where the nuts are, there we go, or where the trees are. Where the trees are, right? Grow time is 5 minutes. There we go. So basically, every tree makes 10 nuts per minute. We need 40 per second. 10 nuts per minute into 40 nuts per second. Which means if we convert the 40 nuts per second into nuts per minute, we would need 2,400 nuts per minute. 2,400 nuts per minute is 240 trees. And each one of these over there can handle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that 7? It is 7. Or let's calculate differently. 9, 18, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. That's doable, isn't it? What did I say? 2,400, 240, and this is 46. We need 6 of these. What's the 50 spores per harvest? That's this. The pollution. There we go. That's also what I kind of mean with a little bit more of a dedicated build for specific things. Because these over here will only providing fruit for this operation over there. And then we should do... Oh, this is gonna be a bit bigger. How did I... What? Oh, because over here we could see where the landfill was. Okay, I see. It was more like, how the hell did I manage to put that stuff in there in the right order? Okay, we need to redirect you over there a bit. Here we go. Four times the fields, or double the fields over there to the fields over there. That should be fine. Alright, 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 alright. And that would then be our main bioflux making machine over there. We do have one small issue over here. That is that we have issues reaching... Yeah, we will have issues reaching into there for roboports. So, how about we pick you up? You used to be over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Give it a little bit of a ditch in the middle, and then we can place roboports in the middle, and then it should be fine. Blue belts on the end game glamour build? No, these blue belts are still from the beginning. Of course we're using green belt. But that's still part of the old original base. Alright, let's clean this up a little bit more. Good. We do have some gaps in here. It's not going to be perfect. And I think that will be fine because we're also not going to be running it at 100% either. I don't think we need to be worrying about that too much. Also, I accidentally made this the perfect size for these. Love that. Something is kind of weird and odd over here. We don't need this. Let's just wait for the landfill to come in and then we can delete it. The gaps are because of the wrong biome. Nah, the biomes are also not perfect. Sometimes you have like little lakes in there. Sometimes we've got like little other biomes in there. It's not perfect. We're very lucky over here. But I think this stuff over there is also stuff that we can't. Yeah, this is different kind of stuff over there. Wait a minute. No, that's correct stuff over there. Never mind. Yeah, it's sometimes a little bit hard to see where exactly you can build in Gleba and where not. But at the end of the day, you don't need to be that accurate with it. Good. Let me check something real quick. Alright. And was kind of like before I dunk more on stream elements. Yes, my alerts are actually still being handled by Streamlabs, so we're all good there. Oh, bum. How about we place you over there? Wait a minute, something is odd. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Where's number 4? What happened to number 4? Oh, I see number 4 will be all the way over there. Let's have a look at this. Where will it be? Yeah, the gap is definitely intentional. How about we move you up? Just to keep the old stuff alive. That was a bit much. What's the old power system running on? Wait a minute. What the hell? There you go. And then take care of these, take care of that. The old system is still running on rocket fuel. Rocket fuel and nuts. That's what the old power plant is running on. You don't actually need that much power on Gleba because everything is running on nutrients, but we got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 heating towers together with the appropriate number of turbines over there. And we are just burning rocket fuel in there. Alright, then we save over there. Bum. And then we're going to give you some power. Let's see, you would be on this side. There we go. Perfect. And we'll take this. Place over there. We don't need you. We do not need you. We don't need this. Oh, there's a bit of a mess going on over here. Yeah, there's definitely some extra belts in there here and there. That definitely needs to be cleaned up a bit. There's also some extra power poles in here. Oh, what the flying clusterfuck? I can go. Good. That can go. That can go. This one can go. Yeah, we did a terrible job of copy pasting shit together over there. Move that over there. Pum pum pum. Pum pum pum. Pum pum pum. Then we can get rid of these. We can also get rid of these turrets. These are no longer required. That was like our early defense against absolutely everything. Now we place these over there. Good. You are actually in the way. Go away. There we go. Put all of those in there, please. Thank you very much. Alright, there's still some extra belts in here. These are extra. These are extra. Alright, now it looks better. How does it look on the map? There's some extra belts still over here. Alright, alright, alright. How's it look now? Okay, now it looks very much symmetrical. We can see like the encroaching land over there. That is fine. It's gonna be producing more than enough. Don't worry about it. One thing I do want to do over here is to push all of these onto the same side, which they are. Over here, they will be on the other side. Good. I'll take the entire thing one more time. Force push. This way around, all your output will be like on one side of the belt, and your output will be on the other side of the belt. And then once we're over here at the end of it, we can just do this, where we just merge them together like this. What did we say? We need about 80 fruits per second or something like that. We need less than 240 fruits per second. Actually, we can just calculate. It's 5 fruits per second per machine. 15, 30, 60, 120. Yeah, we can merge it all together onto one belt. So the output roads over there, because we just don't want to have any kind of random stuff sitting on these edges. Here we go, flip it to the other side. Excellent. And bingo, bingo, bongo, there is your farmo. What we can do over here is just fill these small ponds over there. Just so that it looks like a little bit better. And even if you go over by accident, we can actually fill it in entirely. There we go. That looks good. That looks good. Is there a little pond in there? There's a little pond in there. That's more than a little pond. No, it's not really where we need to look. We need to look over here. Here, let's do this. Let's do that. We'll fix it with another go of the bots. Wasn't there also a pond over here somewhere? Yes. And one over there. And then a lot over there. Alright. And then we run over this one more time. Here we go. These over there. Those over there. Those little nudges over there. Here we go. And now we got ourselves the perfect field. Good, good, good. Well, not really the perfect field, but it's a good enough field. If you ever have worked on a field, you do know that fields are never perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect field. Alright, we technically also need to do the same thing down here, real quick. We have 6 of these. Hey-oh, why not? I think I miscalculated somewhere, or maybe I added a little bit more than I needed to, but it does need to be a 1-to-2 ratio. Now it's definitely a 1-to-2 ratio. Good, good, good. Let's just extend you out real quick. Not like that. That's fine. Just to start building up this place. Here we go. I should do it. We have somehow the same issue over here. How the fuck did I manage to do that? Alright. You're extra. You're extra. I'm making myself extra work. We're back to the classic Arbeitsbeschaffungsmaßnahme. Alright, then not connected via the back. Nothing important. Good. We can build, I think, everywhere over here, so we can just start pasting all of this. Here we go. Bring me the good landfill, please. Oh, that's a big purple field over here, alright? Love that. Alright, 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 alright. Just to make all the bioflux that we need. And what are we gonna do with most of it? It will probably just spoil. Alright, good, good, good. We do need to do a couple of lovely flips over here. Take the entire thing. Flip it. Replace it. Excellent. Only downside is we did use some stack inserters over there. Which means they are now having their hands full with stuff that we don't even want. Also, where did you come from? I thought I deleted all of these. good to go. You're good to go. You're good to go. And you are good to go as well. Which means we just need to then merge these together. Here we go. Have you over there. Have a over there onto the right. Excellent. The farm over here is also done. Just add seeds, but we'll add the seeds all the way to the end. Good. We probably have the same issue over here with these hands. Let's just check these hands real quick. Let's also maybe start giving these chest names. This is gonna be... Yeah, let's do a very simple name. It's gonna be Gleba. Gleba D seeds. Then we will never have to worry about any kind of name or anything like that. We can just look for the symbols and we'll be fine. And since they will all be sharing the names over there, we can already start putting them in over there, and we don't need to worry about not having anything in there yet. Because the moment we have something to put in there, it will be updated for all of them. Which is still by far, I think, my most favorite thing in Factorio. Named lists. These are so great. Alright, you're good to go as well. Let's add some more lamps to this. Something over there. Something over... Not over there. Something over there. Good. And maybe just to make this thing totally complete. Also put a power pole over there. Here we go. Now we got ourselves the full system. If we upgrade these power poles to legendary, nah, I don't think we need to upgrade those power poles to legendary. We got also like some small grids over there. That is fine. This grid looks kind of horrendous, but that is fine as well. Alright, let's also set the named insertion all the way down over here. This will be a different name, but we can just use the same name as a basis. But the only thing we're going to be switching out over there is going to be the seeds type, which is going to be, of course, these seeds. Apparently we still... Oh, no. Only some of them have no connection. Alright. How about we do the following then? Extend. Extend. Here we go. That should do the trick. And while we're at it, Lampe. 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 Schlaue Lampe. 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 Lamp. Licht. Chimatia!
Hi, Bold. How is it going in the oven called Germany?
I've got no clue. My AC is on and I don't give a fuck. Good, good, good. But Chimatia, thank you so much for the resub. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, which means we're only missing two things. We're missing the looping belt over there. Your ventilator is doing overtime? Ugh. I mean, I do have a fan over here as well, but that fan is barely doing anything. Bum bum bum. Looping belt over there, please. But my AC is keeping me somewhat cool. I'm a huge metal fan. He's on Wacken. Ugh. Wacken is no fun anymore. Wacken is just expensive, man. And not good. Alright, the only thing we're missing over there is, of course, now the ability to make ourselves... some nutrients. We will use the machine over here, or the output over there, to make the nutrients. We'll be self-feeding first. Bottom right belt is a bit short. No, they're all equally in length. They all take the corner where they need to. But yeah, nutrients. How much in terms of nutrients we need to make? We do have the ability over here to make use of this beacon. Very good. You over there, you're going to be making nutrients from Bioflux. You're going to get some speed out of it. You're going to be making up to 144 nutrients per second. Every nutrient is 2 megajoules of energy. Which does mean that over here, let's just say we eat about 4 megajoules of energy per machine, just to round it. And we got about 12 machines for there. So that's about 48 megajoules or megawatts of nutrients. Which means we need to make about 24 per second. We can make up to 144 per second. Yeah, we good. We good. Input priority. Output priority. Pum pum pum. Over there and over there. We aren't gonna stack them. But it only goes on one half of the belt, which will be the inner half. And then the outer half will be the fruits. The outer half. Wait a minute. Oh, that's gonna suck a bit, isn't it? It will work like that, but if we want to do it like that, we probably want to balance it as well. Is there a fairer way of side loading? Actually, we do need 2 belts now that I think about it. There's a very fair way of side loading. Because you need to go to the other side to feed this side over there. Same thing over here for the nuts. Inputs, inputs. There we go. That's going to be a fair split. Which will then be coming in from over here somewhere. That'll be you. Oh. Alright, and then with you, you're going past there, past there, past there. It might be a bit of a roundabout. It's fine. There we go. The fruit is not going to spoil as fast, so that's going to be fine. It's the mash and the jelly that spoils quite fast. Alright, 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 alright. That's really looking very, very good. Which means the only thing that's missing over there is more nutrients. How about we do the same thing over here then? I mean, if we're only feeding a half a belt in there, we might as well feed the other half of the belt in there. That's gonna be top side. How's it over here? Fruits will be this side, top side over here. inside over there. And you'll be... Ups, that fits perfectly. Good. Can we mirror this? Wait a minute. I fucked it. Flip it? I see no reason why we cannot mirror it. Code Red! Hello there! Alright, and then we need the emergency turn on, which is gonna be a assembly machine and a assembly machine. Then the inner loops. This one over there will be on the outside. This one over here will be on the inside. That's fine. And if we flipped it, it should be fine over here as well. And are these inner splitters configured the wrong way around? This one is, yes. That one is not. These are fine. Alright, that looks good. Then, you over there. Turn that to that. Then you can zoom this. You can zoom that. We need to wire you up. You over there. Read fuel. Only read fuel. You're only going to be enabled if nutrients is 0. And then you're going to get yourself a request chest. One over there. And one over there. Spoilage, luckily enough, cannot spoil. So we just request like a stack of spoil over there. And it'll be fine. However, the nutrients in this machine can spoil. So we're just going to do a back loop. You over there, use filters. Only for spoilage. There we go. And there we go. Ah, yeah. Up in front over there. Up in front over there. We do need to refeed the machine. You are correct about that. Alright, let's start ordering in the seats. You over there? Just order in a stack of these. Have you checked out Pal World? Yes. I don't like it. Alright. There's a couple things we're still missing over here. We can't do that over there. Instead of filtering this out, we filter out spoilage. We can do the same thing over here. Filter out spoilage. Squeeze. Just in case we need some more spoilage over there. Same thing over there. spoilage. Yep. I see. This is the output. Oh, what the fuck? Output, output. Here we go. Alright. And now we just need to wait for these trees to grow. Why do you have wood in there? What the hell? You good to go? And then down here. And seeds, luckily enough, can also not spoil. There we go. At least they're really, really fast in putting down all these plants. It will take 5 minutes to grow, though. Alright, alright. What happens to your spoilage? I see. We can technically just dunk the spoilage over here as well. And then we can eat nutrients from... say over there. And over there. Fallen Angel, hello there. Welcome to Gleba. I think I'm still missing 2 inserters over there. Yeah, you're not doing anything? Yeah. We've just made a better farming opportunity just to make bioflux. Lots and lots and lots of bioflux. Yeah, that's looking good. Rebuilding Gleba? Partially rebuilding, partially just improving stuff, partially just optimizing stuff. It's a bit of everything. And here come the first fruits. We do probably need to kickstart you with a little bit of bioflux on our own. Kick it. I have the feeling that some of that stuff will just spoil before it even arrives. As long as we have like 1 machine making bioflux, there we go. That's already going to be more than enough. Improving defenses? Our defenses I think are good enough. We got the hot box over here, so we'll be fine. Alright, that seems to be working fine. Good. So that will now be our main line over there of bioflux. And we can use that bioflux for whatever we see fit. Good, 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 good. Let's start using it right away. We're making like bioflux over here. We're making bioflux over there. Let's just move these two belts together. Bum, 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 bum. The priority input is not much required, the output is. There we go, and then we're gonna just discontinue this thing and that thing right after. Where do we do the insertion? I guess we go through there. Bum, 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 bum. What is this? Oh, that's going in and that's going out, I see. There you go. Good. Oh, look at all that bioflux! When you build qualities, no stack inserters? Soon, soon. First and foremost, we kind of want to start with this first. Sorry about that. That's the Coca-Cola, me. We don't necessarily need bioflux for this process, but we do need blue circuits. We also need to make bulk inserters. Bulk inserters do require a good amount of green circuits, as well as things like red circuits and stuff like that, which means we do need to improve our overall production of metals. That's going to be the next thing. That's also where a lot of the bioflux will be going into. Just making more metal over there, so that we can keep on smelting. We already have like 2 of these, so let's optimize this next. And if we have a look at the map, like on the brown areas over there, that's probably a very good place where we can make things like metal processing, because nothing will really grow there. And we can keep stuff into a pipe afterwards, that'll be fine. For the bacterias, we need mash for the copper and nuts for the iron. So that will be done all the way over here. Here we go. Here we go. Make like a little bit of space over there real quick. Good, 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 good. Perfect. Is this how is that supposed to be? That does look correct. A little bit odd to see that we have this much of a belt bias, but I guess it's fine. But if we have that much of a belt bias already, yeah, which we will probably also have all the way over here. That should make it a little bit better. I was kind of hoping we would not have that much of a belt bias, but apparently we do somehow. So that will make it more even Steven. Good, 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 good. Alright, next process. Making bacteria en masse. And maybe even thinking of already going into uncommon bacteria. Let's just make ourselves like a smelter. We could go for uncommon straight away. We would need legendary quality modules. Do we have legendary quality modules in here? We do have a couple, but we don't really have that much. We probably do have legendary... Nope, not like that. Oop. Recycler lying around here somewhere. I just want to see some numbers real quick. Pum, 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 pum. Put that in there real quick. Give me some fruits. That'll be enough. Okay, you do process 32 fruits per second. And a stack of 50 turned into 2 uncommons. Another stack of 50? 6. Yeah, so... we already quarter it down. In terms of... fruits going in. And then we will quarter it down again. For the quality. Not taking into account any kind of rares, epics, or whatever we get out there. So, if we want to make like one full belt, doesn't matter which color, we will need 8 times the input of that particular belt. Okay. That's a lot of fruit. However, once we do get, well, we will also need the uncommon bioflux, which we're also not doing. Okay. We would then also have to make uncommon bioflux. And then we can combine uncommon bioflux with either uncommon mash or uncommon jelly to make uncommon bacteria, which will then eat out of more uncommon bioflux. Ooh. That's expensive. I always kind of thought it would, since basically the farming production is absolutely passive and you can make like an infinite amount of it, that going for just a big farm and recycling for like any kind of output would be an optimal way to do that. At least to get all the way up to uncommon, but now that I think about it, that's... also it's a quarter of a quarter, so it's 1/64th, isn't it? It is. It's not 1/8. Wait, what? No way. 1/16. Yeah, 1/16. Sorry, I was one power level too far. We need 16 belts. So basically, this farm over there would be equivalent to a singular farm, pure uncommon, or better. Alright. Doesn't sound too bad. And then we would be on baseline uncommon. If we would want to go to rare, that's another quarter of a quarter. Which means that would be 16 times 4, that will be 64, times 4 again. 256. Ooh. I think we might be better off if we run it from over there. Why is there so much spoilage? Oh, because you're missing. Are we not making these? What the hell? Things are rotting over there. Really? Oh, they were probably all in here, and once it got destroyed... Alright, fair enough. Longest Schlongius. From Nauvis to Gleba. Yes. Could you start bringing some of these heating towers? Like 100 comments? How about 60 uncommons? How about 40 rares? 20 epics and 20 legendaries. Alright, you suffer your own bow for a bit. That'll be fine. But yeah, if we just start processing fruit at that stage already, we will be losing out on so much fucking fruit. It would probably be better. It's definitely better to go through the process with quality in mind. Because instead of getting like 1/16th of an output, we get like whatever we can get in terms of quality done. If we just put down like one of these glamour machines real quick, how much is that gonna be? Where is it recycled? There. And we also get productivity as well. Yeah, 25% quality. So instead of like wasting 8 times or 16 times the input, we could just put in 4 times the input and hope that we just get into uncommon. That's definitely going to be better. So the plan of making big giant fields just to make like uncommon fruit is already out of the window. Also keep in mind, if we just keep on recycling our fruits, we don't get the seeds back. And if we don't get the seeds back, we will not be planting new fruit, which is also going to be a bit of an issue. Pum, 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 pum. Ah, perfect. And we'll have to get through this for a second. And okay, there it slowly goes. Yeah, it's cleaning itself up. Good. Good, 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 good. Are there quality seeds? There are quality seeds, but quality seeds will still make normal trees. Else, it would be super duper easy. Just make legendary seeds and you're done. Unless they changed that, but we tried that a while ago, but since there's no such thing as a quality jelly... Here, I'm scrolling. You can't hear it scroll? That's kind of funny, actually. But there's no such thing as a quality tree. Alright, alright, alright. Why is half of you off? Because you're not getting in any bioflux? Here we go. Research yourself. We probably need to put in a little bit more of a mechanism over there that it can stay stable. What we're probably missing is probably something like... Actually, how did it even happen? Well, it's working now again. Pum, 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 pum. Alright, alright, alright. Then, the question of the quality bacteria, not the quality bacteria, but the mass production bacteria. Let's put you over there. Good. You are gonna be doing iron bacteria cultivation. We do get productivity out of this, which is gonna be absolutely great. And we definitely want this over here to be in or around any kind of beacon. There they are. With as much speed as we can handle, at least for now. So it does increase, of course, the input over there of bioflux. That's fine, but it will make a good amount of bacteria. You over there are going to be making about 7.5 bacteria per second, of which we do need to feed back about 1. So it's about 6.5, give or take. So 2 of these together is going to be 13. That is good. We also need to feed this machine with nutrients. And we need to have some space for spoilage. Okay. I think I know how we can do this. Let's do this in a classic way. I think a single beacon for this setup will be more than enough. I don't think we need to pump this with too many beacons, because what we can do is this. We're basically doing Covarex over here. Positive Covarex. I am kind of thinking of just doing it like this, but this might actually get stuck. If we just put an output over there an output over there, an output over there, an output over there. And then you feed yourself your own input. And we just send the entire bacteria line down over here. Then the last machines over here might struggle a bit. We could turn these into quality ores. Actually, wait a minute. We can do quality over here as well. Now, the thing is, we can definitely turn these into quality. No big issue with that. And start working with quality ores. That can work. That's definitely something we can do. The only problem we have over here is if we want to cultivate the quality bacteria, we would also need to have quality bioflux. But that kind of goes hand in hand, doesn't it? Like, if we do start making quality bioflux with maybe a separate machine over there. We could take some of these beacons out and switch this over to quality mode. Then the fields we've made are way too big. But that is fine. Yeah, the quality ore doesn't work in the foundries, but we can just put down electric ovens. There's no reason to not put down electric ovens. And then we just straight go into quality plates. That might actually work. Let's give it a good honest try. We can convert this from a productivity build into a quality build by taking out half the beacons, so that every machine over here is only affected by one beacon and one beacon alone. So we could take out this beacon over there. And that beacon over there. Yeah. And one of these beacons over there. Replace them with a speed and an efficiency module. And then put quality in the rest of them. And start switching over into quality bioflux at that stage. We will then get about... We will not get exactly 24%. What would we get out of a basic setup over here? Doesn't really matter. With legendary modules, we get 25%. And if we put in one of these, we lose about 2.5, 3.75. So we would be at about 20% of our bioflux would be at least uncommon or better. Alright. Alright. And then we can regurgitate the uncommon bacteria together with the uncommon bioflux and turn that straight up into a production line for uncommon ores. With the option of upgrading. But there's then the problem. The regurgitation line that we then use to upgrade our ores might get stuck because we will not be able to keep up with the bioflux. Because ores we upgrade, we can upgrade again. And then again and again. Whereas the bioflux is only like a single stage process. Which would also be only this process. We would only be putting in the quality in these machines over there. As we don't want to have quality in these, nor these, nor these, nor these. But we will probably be making a lot more bioflux than we actually need, so it might actually play itself hand in hand. And then we could just have a system that is constantly priming and repriming common ores, trying to make uncommon bacterias, And if we do manage to make some uncommon bacteria, we just combine it up with whatever we have in terms of uncommon bioflux or rare bioflux. That could work. Alright. Which means we will take you out. And longer schlongius. From Nauvis to Gleba. There we go. Bring me some of these. Alright, we take you out. We already have taken you out. We take you out. For all of these. Let's just basic quality for now. There we go. That would apparently be a quality of 10%. That's not quite correct. That would be a quality of less than that. So we definitely want to put in better quality modules, but we do have epics, which we could put in there, or even rares. Rares would be doing fine, probably. We're also going to be putting in over here a efficiency module. Not because we want this to be more efficient, even though we kinda do. But more because we want to not accidentally put in the second speed module over there. It's more or less a good type of placeholder. Then we're gonna need a little change over here. Can we just rotate you away for a second? How does this work? I want to splice off. I don't want any rare or uncommon or higher quality to go over there. So basically, upper priority over there at the top is gonna be only common. And then this over here will be everything that is uncommon. And then we probably want to re-splice it up with some commons, because we're gonna need those as well. Unless we just turn that into 2 belts. We can use 2 belts for that. I think that will be fine. Okay. Which gets us then back to this one over there. So how much do you now make? At your stage, you're still going to be making about 4 per second, give or take. So 8, 16, 32, or 30, probably more per block. That's good. We also don't really want to stack them. So 30 is fine. We could then do something like this. And then probably maybe do like a couple of these. How many do we have over here in total? 12. This over here is already 16. It's not gonna stay over here, but I just kind of want to have a couple over here. These will be doing the commons. And since about 25% of our output will be something else, we can do the following. Is that too much? That's a lot. That's a lot. But these over here will be doing common stuff. Every kind of uncommon or non-common ore or bacteria will be going into the bottom system. The bottom system will be a swappable system, where depending on what we find, we will pick up what we need and start processing that. Because the good thing is we need 1 bacteria and 1 bioflux to do the thing we want to do. Which would also mean that we need to insert a little bit more smartly, and we don't really want to buffer too much stuff in boxes. Also, we have to buffer kind of fast, because the bacteria spoils in a minute. Now, higher quality bacteria spoils faster, slower. So that would be fine. But all of this will be common output, and then this over there would be some kind of quality ore output. And now comes the other problem. If we want to regurgitate this, when do we stop? I'm actively thinking about it. Alternatively, I think I got a better idea. Yeah. We can start putting the uncommon and better bioflux into the logistics system, because I don't think we're going to be having as much of it going around as we are having normal bioflux. We will have a special amount of machines over here that will be specializing into uncommon, rare, etc, etc, etc.